at Jochen Hahn and Antonio Albacete. The two of them go flying through the right-hand side, then the left-hand side. Jochen Hahn around the outside, and Lucas Hahn, no father and son, come together on the exit of turn 1.
And the best thing about this is the fact that it's still a 15-minute sprint race. They've not extended the time of the race. It's still just like, it's going to be, what, 7 laps as well, I reckon, no?
Yeah. We get to the real nitty-gritty of motorsport.
Cranston and Smith are side by side for the title in the very final race of the season. As they go back up the hill towards the Schumacher. Nils Core clips the back at 10. Simon Povey clips the side of Nils Core. They go over the hill and Povey's around.
Oh my god, that's going to definitely be the thumbnail, isn't it? Hit me in the right direction. Thank you so much.
23 cars.
Wait, bear with me. Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media, welcome to another Gran Turismo 4 stream. At the moment, for some reason, there is no audio from Gran Turismo coming through in here. Oh well, we'll just send it onto the game stream. I was trying to figure out this YouTube chat box thing at the bottom, because I've moved it up, basically, to make sure that the game doesn't clip it or anything. And there used to be a big white box down there, over there, and it was really ugly. And I wanted to just put white chat, have it slightly clip over the game, because at the end of the day, you don't need to see the very bottom of the screen and so on. Francois Brandet. Oh, hello, mate. Hello, indeed. Hello, Jakob. Where do I find this music? What music? The one from the game or what? The music beforehand? No copyright sounds, I believe, is where I get that from. We're doing 1,000 miles. We're going to be in Miss Piggy. Now, obviously, the game has advanced a few days since I obviously did the last stream, because I've had to get in the car, do screenshots of it and whatever else. We are in this lovely little wagon. It's 200 horsepower now, is the Ginetta. It's an absolute rapid little sod, and it certainly moves, I can tell you that for free. It is a mighty, mighty fast bit of kit. It's a little bit of a pig. It's a bit of an animal at points, but that's fine. We can live with that, can't we? I can handle it. Promise. I need to just make sure, though. Does it tell you what mods you've done to it? Can you find that out about your car? How do you find out? Is there a thing? I'm not selling it. Where do you find out what you've done to your cars? I can't remember. Anyway, it's what we're going to be using anyway. It's going to be an absolute missile and probably faster than most of the cars we're going to go up against. But I just need to know what tyres it's on. I'm going to go to the... Oh, where is it? It's in the UK, isn't it? Okay, go to Ginetta. Go to the tuning shop and we'll see what it's got on it. So we'll go to tyres. Probably got, yeah, sports mediums. Okay. We'll stick on mediums, because at the end of the day, if we're quicker than everything else, then we'll probably end up pitting more than everyone else. We'll see. All golden. I'm excited for this, because, as well, we're going to be adding an extra element to this. We're going to be using a B-Spec driver today. Interestingly as well. Wait, can you save partway through a championship? Because this is a championship as well as single races. I've just... Shut up, Francois. I've just realised, can you save partway through a championship? Because I remember, I spoke to my friend George earlier today. Okay, if you can, that's fine. Because... my plan was to do some of these, come back and do something else, but you have to do it in one run, don't you? Okay, never mind. But you did, yeah, George told me today you don't have to do the individual races and the championship, so let's see what it's got. And he pulled my socks up, quite literally, for this one. Sabrina's with us again tonight. We're going to be using a B-Spec driver tonight. We're going to be using B-Spec for some of these stints. That is not a promising grid to go up against. Abandon all championship races. No, we're not going to be doing that. Yeah, so B-Spec, Director's Mode, you have like an AI driver that will take over from you, and you have to use them and sort of train them up, so to speak. So this is going to be it's going to be his first appearance in the series. Don't have a name for him or anything yet. When we get around to it later on, don't give any suggestions yet. We're going to come up with names based on how he does later on. So, the 1,000 miles. It's 25 laps of the Nurburgring Nordschleife. Unbelievable. So, I should have tested my wheel was working beforehand because I did unplug it since doing the screenshots and everything earlier. But, this should be good fun, should it not? I'm excited. 25 laps of this place. So we are now committed to this championship. Mini Marcos is, for God's sake, Francois. The Mini Marcos is a horrific looking car. Okay. Okay, we have force feedback, I'm happy to say. Let me just stamp on the brakes, make sure it's all good. Look at this thing. That's not going to help the tyres. I should think about that. Down the inside of the Mini Marcos. This car is absolutely oversteering. What are you lot doing? Oh, there's your 500, Matt. Ah! There's your Fiat 500. We've got the Julius Sprint. Oh, yeah. That's a car that's on the list, I think. For God's sake, Francois. It's very oversteering, this. I barely have to put any lock on and the car wants to get away from me. So I'm just dancing around on the throttle and the brakes at the minute. But we're going to gain places now and crack on. It's going to be a long, lonely race. We can start doing some little, not bets as such, we don't do betting here, but you can start putting in estimates as to how many times we're going to, oh my god, lap the Marcos through this race. I'm going well too fast. Okay, we're in the lead, ahead of whatever that is. Now we've just got to see what these tyres do, get an idea of how long a stint will be. Because if I can make it last for 5 laps... Oh my god, it's rocking around like mad even on lowered force feedback. I've got it on 50% as opposed to the 75 that I normally have for other events, just because when I was doing driving the car around the circuit, oh hello, for the screenshots, the wheel was wobbling like mad. Can't wait for Ed to commentate. Yeah. To be fair, this is going to take a while. We're 7. This is the Mini Marcos in second. Can you believe it? Oh my god, we're having a colossal accident. Ah! I need to go slower. I need to go slower. This thing. What are you saying, Matt? 4 times. Oh yeah, sorry. Literally the question I just asked you. Yeah. Yeah, so you reckon we're going to lap the Mini Marcos 4 times? Okay. We need to keep an eye on that because it probably won't let them finish the race. There's one blue dot is miles behind all the other blue dots already. Is it a bad time to say my ribs are hurting? I don't know why. Ah, it's finally happening. My engine management light's on. Anyway, thank you all for joining me already for this mammoth stint that will be a long old race. I only did about up to here to get screenshots of this car, so from this point, I don't know what it's capable of. But we have to look at the fuel gauge. That's another thing as well. Will it make 5 laps, let's say, on fuel? Will it make 5 laps on the tyres? They're starting to change colour now, look. That's probably because I'm sideways everywhere and lighting up those poor rears. It's on sports medium, so it'll probably... I don't know if it'll last 3 laps. Always down for live abuse. Thank you, Francois. I love you. We will be doing another Euro Truck Simulator 2 convoy in the next couple of months, I'm happy to say, to those of you that enjoyed it, and obviously to those who want to be in it. Ha! Ha! Okay, that right rear is getting toasty. We need to just keep our eye on those tyres, make sure that they do not fall off. We've got an easy lead, and this will be a very, very easy race, so long as I keep this car on the road. Every time I have a slight bit of oversteer, my right monitor is wobbling around like, and Piggy, oh, hello. What's that, Jakob? 101G, 58 knots. Minus 17 feet. Oh, that's nice. Wait, feet a second? Aren't you meant to do it in feet per minute? Still, that is butter. God, look at this thing go. It's not got 6th gear, I can tell you. I'm trying to change up. It is buffeting around like mad. Oh, I was turning left and then right then, just to correct it. Oh, that's understeer. That's understeer. Try not to hit the wall too hard. Francois, no. We're not here for this. Please don't. I've not been around the carousel in this thing yet. Oh, gotta grab 4th then. Heck. Yeah, it's noisy. It's wind and road noise. It's mad in GT4. But don't forget, in the slipstream as well, that wind noise goes away. This car is so hard to predict handling-wise. Sometimes it oversteers brilliantly and it goes into the corner in beautiful fashion. Other times it just doesn't go into the corner. I think that blue dot at the very back might have been that car that was at the front to begin with. I think the AI has got one of those cars that they just can't handle. I'm quite happy to see that I've got the cars I've got, because when I was talking to George earlier today, I said to him, look, I know that it's pre-1970 cars. That means that the Ford GT40 isn't off the table. And he just said, I'm saying nothing. There's a pool of cars, obviously, that it picks them from. Oh my days. I hope you like Nordschleife, everybody, because we're going to be looking at it for a while. I hope you like 3rd gear as well. So the rears are nice and warm, but those fronts are not so toasty, are they, right now? Maybe if we do a bit of that. Kill them. Yeah, yeah. It is a lot of power in a little car like this, isn't it? Actually, yeah, it probably is the Fiat 500, isn't it? Why would you enter? We're 46 seconds clear near the end of the first lap. At the end of the day, races like this are going to be a bit of a tick box exercise. I do want them to be close races, but so hard to judge with a race of this distance. Oh, I'm so nervous about what this car can and can't do. Stefan Beloff S is not scary. Not scary. It's scary in any car. My Jesus Christ! I'm having a crash. I'm having a crash. I'm having a crash. Oh my God! My camera was rocking around all over the place. I'm surprised the tripod didn't fall over. And I mean the camera, not me. We've nearly completed the first lap though, and it's only taken 7 minutes. I did account for it being 8 minutes a lap. So I think it will be 8 minutes at least a lap, which will mean that this will take 3 hours. Yeah, those rears will be dead long before the fronts. I wonder how many laps it will last. It'll be interesting when they do start to die. I like that map. Well, what we're going to be doing is running Spec B-Spec driver, which we will need to name a little bit later. I'm going to come off the throttle here just so I don't redline it. Yeah, I know what you mean, Francois. It sounds the same on pretty much all Gran Turismo games, the tyre squeal. Getting a lot of buffet in here. Force feedback is pushing me around a lot. Oh my days. Okay, so it's 8.5 minutes at least for a lap, so that scares me. And then we've got pit stops, so this is going to be at least 3 hours. Bobby B-Spec. Specky Book B-Space. Wait, what? No. Specky McSpecface. Oh, finally, my front tyres are getting warm. 1 lap in the books, everybody. The first lap, and we are a minute ahead. Fantastic news. Oh, absolutely, Tom. In for the long haul indeed, mate. On a big un. On a big un. I was hoping that in this sort of championship I could do 2 races a stream, but it's going to be 1 stream per race, so yeah. The 24-hour races will also be streamed, the longer races will also be streamed. I'm telling you, all of this playthrough is going to be streamed from this point onwards, basically. But this was an event that I had my eye on for a while, and after completing the licenses last time and having a bit of a grind on those, I knew that I wanted to get an event in like this. I'll have to put a weekend aside to do the 24-hour races. Joe Sparrow, good to see you, mate. Hope you well. But yeah, we're in a 200 horsepower turbocharged Ginetta G4, and it's an absolute rocket ship, but it does not like to go in a straight line, so it's, you know, I can't relax in this. I cannot relax and just chill and take it easy. So I'm pushing because I don't know what my B-Spec driver is going to be like. Get it? Be like? I don't have my Google Sheet up watching entries fill in, no. Because I know that I've told people enough who can enter and who can't, and I know there's going to be people that enter either early tonight or people that enter that shouldn't enter, that aren't eligible to. And I'm not around to hold hands anymore. They should know. Right, we're going to have a crash here at some point. Oh my god. Yeah, I need to take it easy through there. I was just stabbing the brakes. It's a very light brake pedal, by the way. I'm not just, yeah, heavy-footed on the brakes. It's just you're either on or off the brakes in this game. Look at the Fiat 500, I think, which is a car in last place, is half a lap behind me already. Now we're going to count how many times we lap the Mini Marcos. It's already 1 minute and 21 seconds behind. Were you were on the reserves, weren't you, Tom, for the GT3 Winter Tour, so you should be alright. Hello, Pete Harrod! Oh, it's so good to see you, mate. You need to come round again soon. Yes. You do need to train him up. That's why I'm scared, because he's going to get trained up in this. That's why, I could chill out and hold back here, but I need to push just to build up a lead so I know where Specky B-Spec face is. Oh god, that poor engine. This is so fun though, this car. It really keeps you on your toes. What we should do, Pete, is you come round and you take over the stints that I don't do. You can do like a hot seat thing. I'll come into the pits and then you go out and you do the rest. You do the second stint. We'll do it as like a team effort. We could do that with flights. Oh yeah, of course you were, Tom. Sorry, I'm being an idiot, mate. My apologies. You reckon, Jakob? Sorry, I was really slow into that corner there because I was reading Jakob's comment. I mean, yeah, it's 6 cars for a very, very long time. It's great that they had 24-hour races in, and you can skip time with your B-Spec driver in, which I may do, but I like the prospect of doing 24 hours. I think if I get fed up of waiting for him, then I'll skip time. Can I just tell you that the whatever the blue dot is in last place has only just started its second lap of the race? Oh, what was that? You all saw that. That was not friendly. That was, whatever that was not good. Yes, Pete. Yes, I probably... Stop reading the chat, Chaz! This car is so good. In you go. Stay in that bowl, you little yellow sod. Now, the fuel gauge, talk to me. The fuel gauge, does it go down in notches, or does it actually fade down? Because I haven't noticed it moving so far. Even though it has gone down a notch. Does it just disappear a notch? So it gives you limited information? Or does it fade down gradually? Yeah. Yeah. That's me, Francois. Commentator's cursing that. I'm barely putting any lock-in down here. You just got to guide it in and lift off, and then just correct. It's so good. It's in increments. Okay. Hell. Right, so we need to see when the second one goes down, because that's it's not even a quarter of a tank, is it? It's intense. Oh, you pig. So we've used 10% fuel already in the first lap and whatever. Let's see when 20% it is, and then that's obviously times it by 4, play it safe. Force feedback's very aggressive. It's sudden bumps here and there. There's a bump. 2 minutes ahead of the Mini Marcos, named after Francois' appendage. Ha! Oh my god. Oh, I need to stop with this Stefan Belov S rubbish, because we're going to have a big accident. At least in Gran Turismo you can hit a wall and just carry on. 2 pit stops, you reckon? It depends on the tyres more than anything, Tom, because those tyres will start to go yellowy very quickly. Unless I do a stint either end of the B-Spec driver, who could spice it up by being absolutely torrid in the middle stint. It's so alive. I still, you know, I've said it in pretty much every episode of this playthrough so far, that I just can't get over how good this is to play on a wheel and pedals, a modern day wheel and pedals as well. Okay, 2 laps in the books then. Yeah, I'm intrigued by the Fiat. 2 minutes 9 seconds out of the Mini Marcos. Cruising. Let's go, Marcos. Let's to the turbo. Yes, so cool. Oh my god. I was flat then at 148 mile an hour and it didn't want to go around the corner. Brakes are good. Then again, everything on this car is good. I upgraded it quite a lot. Okay. So, someone please keep an eye on the fuel gauge. So I'm going to keep my eye on it just to see when it goes down, because then that is 20% of the fuel used. So it might not be just down to fuel when we come into the pits. Depends on tyre life, but we've got this in the bag, I'd say. 2 minutes 15 already ahead. We're not going to lose that in a pit stop. We could lose it if the B-Spec driver's rubbish. Oh my god. It's still giving me reminders that it's not a race car, that it's a classic Ginetta. Around slow speed circuits, it's an absolute hoot to drive. I mean, it's a hoot to drive around here, but, you know, around slow speed circuits, it's much more ooshy. I think that... Oh god, look where you're going. First notch went before the long straight on lap 1. Oh, okay. But that wouldn't make any sense, because that would mean it'd go... We'd have lost 2 notches by now if it didn't complete a full lap before that first notch. It's weird. How strange. This is fast. I'm going to brake just because I don't want to have a crash. Are we going to lap that thing this lap? I think we're going to lap whatever that thing is. Pyramid-shaped tank. Yeah, it must be. Oh, just listen to it. So cool. Is audio and everything alright, by the way? You can hear the car still quite clearly, but hear me over the top of it. I've noticed in a few of my videos and things that for some reason, it seems like there's an additional drop in audio on the game side compared to me. Even though when I record them, it's like the game is louder than me and I can barely hear myself think. It's really strange. Them tyres aren't really going any shady yellow yet. They're in a good window, which is tasty. Still not lost that second notch. I mean, that's our first off. Oi, oi, Savoy, it is Dredge. Hello, Dredge. How are you? Good to see you, mate. Ah! Oh, my days. Notice how none of my inputs there were brake inputs. It was all just on the throttle. Like a cretin. I'm excited to see what that blue dot is in last place. This is so good to drive, though. It's great. I'm excited for the B-Spec stint to see him train up for the first time. Literally first ever laps of B-Spec in this playthrough. I'm going to try and do 5 laps in my stint. Wait, hang on, was I an idiot earlier? And did I say 5 laps for me, then 5 laps for the AI, then 5 laps for me? We still have another 10 laps to go. Jesus. Yeah, more boost than you can shake a stick at, Dredge. It's because this car didn't know what boost was back then. It's rapid, mate. Oh, fingers crossed. Yeah, the guys that don't know what they're talking about with sign-ups and stuff, they are talking about the Sim Racing Magazine Club Racing Fest, which is our next special event coming up, where we have Renault Clios, Mazda MX-5s and Formula Fords. Not together on circuit, as somebody... Actually, Jakub Szymanski misidentified today. But 3 different races, 3 different circuits, 3 different categories, all sort of club racing cars. A great celebration of that. Should be a lot of fun. 2 weeks yesterday. Oh, Jakub. The best thing to do, actually, if you want to catch up with a YouTube stream and make sure you're definitely as live as possible, put the playback speed to 2 and just wait for it to catch up. Because sometimes when you refresh, you'll end up a few seconds behind. Put the playback speed onto 2, and then you'll definitely catch up and have it pretty much as live as it can be. This thing is so lively. So many inputs. My right thumb is absolutely killing me from holding onto this wheel so hard. Turning left there. Turning right there. So good. Turning left there. Takes more time to reach Poland. Yeah, but Jakub's in Germany, so he intercepts the signal along the way. Oh, we've lost 2 notches of fuel. When was that? When did it do that? We've lost 2 notches in just over 20 minutes. So let's say 100 minutes to a tank. Oh my god, we're all over the shop. I was going to say we're all over... Oh no, that's a big hit. Ow! Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's just say 20 minutes for 2 notches. So it's 10 minutes a notch. Thanks, Francois. So we will... Oh my god. Yeah, I think it'll be based on the tyres. Oh my god, it's wiggling like mad. Okay, so that, whatever the dot is in last place is halfway down the straight now. Halfway down the Dottinger Her, or halfway up it. Whatever it is must be really slow and probably going even slower as it's uphill. Let's see if we can catch up to it before the end of the straight, because we have got a lot of power and a lot of straight line speed. Thanks very much, Tom. Appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of it tonight, mate. Have a good one. Tyres this lap. Now, they're not going that yellow, are they, yet? We'll get another lap out of it. If we do 5 laps a stint, that's 5 stints. We're halfway down the straight and the car ahead, or car ahead of us on the circuit, isn't even into the chicane yet. Mini Marcos is holding second place though. Oh. Is it the Fiat 500? Is it Matt Hoyland's Fiat? We're about to find out. I'm pretty sure it will be. Seem to have a huge power deficit in the first part. My God, it feels like you're absolutely flying. It looks like it because it's just a blob. Yeah, to be fair. Yeah. Matt Hoyland was very lonely in last night's Sim Racing Magazine GT4 Challenge. No, not the GT4 Challenge, GT3 Winter Tour by Derbyshire Holiday Homes. Oh, he's flat out, look at him go. That would be painful, wouldn't it? Absolutely painful. Bye, mate. Bye-bye. Be a bit disheartening watching this drive off like that, wouldn't it? You wouldn't bother. So they're on lap 3. So he's about 8 minutes behind. Probably more than that due to the length of their lap. Give him a push, no chance. Need all the time I can get, and I know I just sat behind him for a bit, but we can't bank on this B-Spec driver being any good. Oh yeah, VIR. Have fun, Matt. Hello, Rob. Mr. Lundgren, how are you? Good to see you, mate. Okay, that left rear is going a little bit yellowy, but I think we can get another lap out of these tyres before they're completely destroyed. We'll do 5 laps a stint. So what's that? About 40 minutes a stint? Oh God. No worries, Francois. Thanks very much for jumping in, mate. Whoa. Yeah, understandable, Rob. Whoa. Hope things are getting better, though, mate. Hope you're able to come out the other end of it and get back on track with some of us lot. This is a great little car. Little rocket. I kind of wish I hadn't done it up as much, but at the same time, if it gets the race done a bit quicker, then can't moan, eh? Well, we do need to use this as a chance, though, to use the B-Spec driver and train him up, because later on in the playthrough, we are going to need him for big, big races like those 24-hour events. Because As much as I'd love to sit here for the whole thing, I definitely won't be able to. I'll obviously be here to supervise and keep an eye out, maybe have a nap, but yeah, we'll be here for a long run of it, and we need that driver to be in tip-top condition, especially in quick cars, so yeah, he needs training up. I would love to see all 24 hours of it, Jakob, yeah. We're going to do... Oh my god. We're going to do streams split into 4 parts. So 4 individual streams. All going to plan anyway. And obviously there's going to be a few of them. Because don't you have to do the Nurburgring 24 hours twice? It's a long old playthrough this. I've committed a lot into this. But doing it via stream is more fun than doing it via episodes, than having to edit them. And obviously I get to interact with you lot while I do it as well, and hopefully you appreciate it and have a laugh with me. And I know that the races are more exciting when you can watch them live as well and keep up with them as they're happening, rather than me just doing it on my own. And then, you know, when it's edited, you can just skip bits that you don't like. I'm not saying that I want to force you to sit through all of this, but at the same time, it's good to have the support and have people join me for the full thing. Whoa, hello. Okay, I need to start being a little bit cautious on these rears. They do go like yellow, then orange, then red, don't they? So we've got still plenty of life in them. Whoa, that's a big moment. I like this section, I do, over the crest here. Get it over to the right hand side, brake again, try and stick it to the inside. You can let it run a little bit wide, then tuck it back in. Give it a dab of brakes, lob it into YouTube corner. Show off for all the people watching. Put yourself in a compilation video by stacking it into the wall. And then collect 0 royalties. It's my favourite section of the circuit, this. Really good part of the lap, the last section. I was pushing it a little bit there that time. I'm really concentrating. I know I'm talking away, but I'm really concentrating. Probably not the best to break into the Stefan Bellof, but I think you need to in this thing. Whoa. Look how much time we've gained over that poor little Fiat. Seems like there's a good battle going on for second place, though. Nice one. Whoa. Yeah. Meanwhile, in the French countryside, Rob Lundgren is on a journey. Oh no. Just clip that grass a tiny bit. Surprised he had. To be fair, Dredge, it does that when it leaves the factory, doesn't it? It's a Ginetta. Right, one Beppy's down. Can I open this one with one hand? Yeah. It was a hell of a journey you went on, Rob. We're very lonely on the circuit at the moment. I can't believe it's been half an hour. Doesn't feel like that long. Feels like about 10 minutes. It's crazy. It's already 7:15. Started the stream at 6:30. Jesus. Okay, one more lap on these tyres. I'm going to do the first 10 laps. Get the B-Spec driver in. And then we'll see what he's got, shall we? You did get there in the end, Rob. I was very proud of you. In the big Green Scania. Or weren't you in something purple for that one? Ah. Whoa, full oppo there. Okay, the rears are going yellow now. The fuel, well, we've only lost 2 notches of fuel. We should lose another one in a minute, actually. Any second now, in fact. It was about 22 minutes before, which leads me to believe it's about... Well, we rounded it down, didn't we? So 10 minutes a notch of fuel. Keeping an eye on it now. It's quite interesting that the game does that to you, though. It doesn't tell you, like, it doesn't just fade down gradually. You have to be careful on it. Because you could be close to losing that notch. I could be any second from losing that notch now and not know it. And obviously until that goes, it displays that you've got a lot more fuel in the car. That was deep into there. Stop looking at the fuel gauge too much, Chaz. God, this thing is revved high. What a little rocket, though. I'm having a crash. Unless I brake there, I'm having a crash. Nearly 5 minutes clear of the Mini Marcos. Whoa, hello. That might well be the case, Adam, but I'm doing a bit of self-preservation here just to segment it up because my small brain cannot figure out stints or anything, so I'm just going to level it out, come in every 5 laps, and just make life a little bit more straightforward for myself. We've got a handy lead, and we're going to see what the B-Spec driver will do when he gets behind the wheel. 20% already. Mad. So it'll be what, 2 and a bit hours? We've lost another notch. Okay, so it's, yeah, every, what, 12 minutes? But it's the tyres mainly, because the AI is going to struggle to drive this car, I think. So we need to make sure that we don't keep him out there for a long, long time. And this is going to be literally his first ever laps. I've never clicked B-Spec before in this playthrough, so I'll have to see what he can do. We need to name said driver as well, so if you want to start getting your naming suggestions in now, lob them in chat. Please try and keep it semi-PC. It's either going to be a really cool name or just a dumb, funny name. I could be a right scrounge and say that your name won't be considered unless you do a £1 super chat, but I'm not going to do that. The real Stig. Now I'm thinking first name, surname, a full name. Zach. Zach Tockyard. I only know that because I've used the name Tockyard for something before. I think it was an old username of mine on something like RuneScape or something like that years and years ago. It was RuneScape, yeah. Tockyard. Basically Dracot backwards if you haven't clocked on. Shotty McQueefs. Reading chat. Those poor rears. Oh yeah. Yeah, OSRS, mate. I played RuneScape 3 for a while, but a friend of mine, Jake, got me back on old school RuneScape partway through the year. Whoops. And we tried doing an Iron Man, but Jake is a bit more into it than me, and he just sort of broke away from me and streaked away, so then we went our separate ways on it. I stopped playing for a while. Jake's got a lot of very good accounts for RuneScape. Whoa! Imagine changing up then hitting the brakes. What an idiot. I know I did just say to get the names in, but obviously we've got another 5 laps yet, another half hour to consider. Jake's a sweat place at work. Have I said that I like this car yet? Because I thoroughly do. Oh, it gripped up to the right there. Oh, it's a bit too sendy, Chaz. Bit too sendy, bit too sendy. Chill out. Okay, chill out. Chill the first officer. A few stabs at the brakes if you want, Chief. Woohoo! It's great, this little car. Does it feel stable to drive? What do you think? Not one bit. I don't feel stable either. Look at that. It's going around. We're going to clip the grass. It's going around. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah. Formula 1 will be great. Another season a bit. Very excited. Okay, just about to do our first pit stop of the race. Tyres are starting to die. We're going to refuel. To be fair, we could save time in the pit stop and not refuel. But to be honest, what's the point? Is that a thing? Can you choose not to refuel? Oh, aye, Rob. The 29th will be here before you know it, mate. It'll be here before I know it as well when I get caught out by not having the graphics and stuff ready. Now, I've got all the sign-up graphics and stuff ready. I just need to resort some of the graphics for the league and so on. Is that the pit lane? Okay. Okay. I thought it'd driven all the way through the... See, that's why the AI can't drive it. It's just crashed it. I've never done a pit stop in this game. Never seen a 3 FPS. Oh. Okay, so we didn't refuel. The AI cannot drive this car. Okay. Stint 2. Let's get on it. Cold tyres now, so not as much grip. God, you can say that again. Whoa. Still nearly 6 minutes clear of second place, and to be fair, that's them getting to the waypoint sort of halfway around the circuit, so the gap is even bigger than that. They're actually going to catch up with the Fiat 500 as well. It's all going nice and dandy so far. So I do know from B-Spec mode, because I've obviously had to look into how it works, you can call the driver in whenever. You can tell them to push, you can tell them to chill out. So we have control over what he does. I bet it was Lumixion. I remember the first pit stops in Tucker Race Driver 2. Not Tucker Race Driver, sorry. Tucker Touring Cars 2. When they had pit crews, when they just used to say brake, gear, and then you get the shh, lobs it down on the off the jacks and off you go. To be fair though, Gran Turismo 4 was such a step, even up from Gran Turismo 3. And Gran Turismo 3 was a colossal step up from Gran Turismo 2. Oh yeah, TOCA Touring Cars 2 was brilliant. One of my very, very favourite games. I did actually try and do a championship or like a career on it, but it wouldn't work on PC. On the emulator that I had, it just kept crashing after like 10 minutes, and it was a proper fatal error. It was really bad. Yeah, so unfortunately that never really got done. But I'll still try and find a way, because I love that. I loved the championship that you did. It just felt, I don't know, it felt difficult. You know, it felt like a proper slog to do a championship with your feature races that were longer than your sprint races and stuff. Hello. Thing is, I mean, between this and my iRacing broadcasts, oh my god, I need to remind people that I'm a motorsport commentator above all else, so there will be motorsport and cars on the channel, but you know, 90% of my viewership comes from aviation related content. It's crazy, really. Yeah, mandatory pit stops with the yellow Velcro strip above your name on the window and all sorts. That was a cool thing. It actually put your name on the window of the car as well. My name wouldn't fit on it, so I always had to be C. Draco. This is awesome. So, are the AI now stuck behind the Fiat, or are they just catching it? I think they're just about to catch up, aren't they? We're about to lap some of the rest of the field. I say about to, probably got another lap yet. God, this thing's going to blow up. Quite like the idea of not refueling, so having the choice. Now, here's a question for those of you that know this game well. When I was choosing my tyres and fuel and stuff then, if I hadn't chosen it before the car got to my pit box, would it have just driven through? Or does it pull into the box and stop and wait for you to make a choice? Because I don't want that to catch me out in future. Okay, 6.5 minutes clear, having an absolute whale of a time. Stop. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. That is good to know. I had that problem on F1 Challenge 99 when I had that first aborted race of the season at the Australian Grand Prix. I was sat in my pit box and they just weren't servicing the car and I couldn't figure out why, and it's because I had the pit menu open to choose what I wanted. Oh. Thanks. Okay. I hope there's no sort of system limitations that stop me doing these races on an emulator like this, you know. Obviously I know my PC is more powerful than a PlayStation 2 would have been. But still, I'd like to make sure that there's no limitations anywhere, really, stopping me from doing any of this. It's lively. It's quite interesting, actually. Oh no. Obviously I went into the previous stream saying I was going to curb this playthrough and stop it for a while, and then obviously with the feedback decided to stream the rest of it rather than recording any episodes and whatever else. There may be some bits that end up recorded in future, but I don't know at this point in time. But obviously My good friend Craig Evans has always been a supporter of my Gran Turismo content, and he knows the Gran Turismo games really well. And he commented on the other one literally just yesterday saying he was gutted to see that I was curbing the playthrough. And obviously didn't see up to the point where I'd said I was going to carry on. All the emails have just come through now from the Sim Racing Magazine Club Racing Fest entries. I've just seen my phone go absolutely ballistic with them. It's good to see entries coming in. Wow. Good few of them. There's a car up there. There's a car ahead. Oh no, my coaster. My drink stuck to my coaster and lobbed it off the desk. Who's this? Is this the Fiat again? No, it's not. Oh, it's that big long thing that was second earlier. Bye-bye. Au revoir. Turbo noises are great. Oh, I went to correct the oversteer then and it just, yeah, went around. I believe it was a Carmen gear, yes. Air-cooled, I learned from the Disney Pixar Cars franchise. Lost another notch of fuel since I last looked at it. But that's fine, we've still got more than half a tank and we're into our second stint anyway, so we're over a lap into the second, stint anyway. Hope you're enjoying this so far, everyone. It's great to have you with me. Thank you very much for joining me on this Wednesday evening for some PlayStation 2 based shenanigans. There's the poor Fiat. Bye bye. That's twice we've lapped them. Matt reckons that we'll lap that Mini Marcos 4 times. I don't think we're going to. I think it's going to be 2 at best, nearly 3. A couple more laps and we should have them, but that's only going to be the first time lapping them. So fast down here, but I need to get on the brakes because it just tries to kill me. I'd rather it stay pointing the right way and go a little bit slower than try and be brave and, well, I'd say ruin my race. I know I wouldn't crash, but, you know, I'd rather not have a colossal incident. It does look like there's a battle for second, yeah. I think I think in fairness they've been battling since the beginning. Oh, that's a bit deep. God, the car just floated. Car here in front of us as well. Who's that? It's not the Alpha. It'll be the Alpha and the Alpha and the Mini Marcos that are battling for second place. And then whatever this is, I can't remember what this was. Was this an MGB? Looks like an MGB. Yeah, looks MGB-ish. They haven't pitted yet, have they? What is it? No, it's not an MGB. What is that? So, oh, it's the Honda, isn't it? The S800. Or is it the S600? Either way, really cool car. Wouldn't fancy driving it for this long round the Nurburgring. To be fair, I wouldn't fancy driving a real Ginetta G4 around the Nurburgring for this long. When it goes like stink like this one, I don't mind. Nice and tidy. Is there any possible way to shave that lap time down to sub 8 minutes, do you reckon? Can I be that quick? I'll have to be on the ragged edge, I think, and completely sideways everywhere. So I don't think that's going to happen. I know, older cars just had so much more spirit, didn't they? I mean, this Ginetta, it looks like a startled fish most of the time, but it's gorgeous. I'm not brave enough to go through there. It will not go through there quickly. Flat here, though. Oh, no. Whoa, hello. Too hot into there as well. Yeah, I think if I really push this car, I won't make it through the lap. 7.5 minutes still ahead of the Mini Marcos. Spinning up everywhere. Yeah, I know what you mean, Rob. I think that's a very, very pretty car. I'd race you the Aston Martin DBR1, the Ferrari P3, or sorry, the 330 P4. What other old cars? I mean, I love an Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint Am, which I think is in this race. It's on the list in this game. I do have a list of cars that I want to get before the end of the playthrough, just in case you haven't heard me mention it before. It's cars that I definitely want to own before I consider the game complete. Oh, the Alpha's done it! He's got it! The Alpha has beaten the Marcos. Don't tell Matt Hoyland. Well, he's not beaten the Marcos yet, but he's in front of it. What was that Ferrari? There's a Ferrari, is it 250 something Corso? Can't remember what it's called now. There's a special version of the Ferrari 250 GT. You reckon the Marcos is going to pit because of the tyres? You reckon that's where the pace has gone? Marcos has ruined his tyres and that's why. Whoa. No, not the GTO. I like a 250 GTO, but no, not for me. There's a prettier version of it. Oh, what was it called? You can get it on Gran Turismo 7. It's absolutely the most unbelievable thing. The 250 short wheelbase is very pretty as well. Or is it the 275? I don't think it's the 275, I think it's the 250. There's the leaders. Well, I'll say that. I'm the leader. But it loses a lot of puff when it hits the limiter. Just going to keep it 145. Look how much faster we are than the Marcos. Easy time to gain this. There it is. Ugly pig. Andy, hello, good to see you. One of the Chaz Draycott Media channel members, hello. I think the Alpha is going to beat the Marcos in this race simply with the fact that it is... Ah, there you go, look, it tells you that they're pitting. That's cool. So the Marcos will not last as long as on its tyres as the Alpha, so the Alpha will beat it tenfold, but it is a Giulia Sprint GT Am, that. Bloody gorgeous car. What cars would that be, Rob? Just seen your comment. Thank you, Andy. It's good to see your member is represented. I know that I was just saying to the guys before that, you know, 90% of my viewership on my channel is aviation-based content, so I understand that a lot of them don't come over to watch this. But I hope that just naturally with more of a subscriber base, I see that, oh, it just counts down to a lap now rather than the actual time. Okay. Well, I tell you what, I brought that time down to 8 minutes 6 rather than 8 minutes 12. So we definitely went quicker on that previous lap. I wonder if I will do a sub 8 minute lap. Oh yeah, Viper. A Viper GTS and an F40, yeah. Two of my favourite cars as well. The 2002, you know, the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s Viper GTS is one of the best looking cars ever built. And the fact that it had such a massive engine in it just adds to the occasion. Because what was it? Was it the 7? No. Wasn't it an 8.3 litre V10? The Carman gear is in. It sounded like the Viper redlined at like 1000 RPM as well. It was a really low revving V8. Hello. Woohoo! Wow. She wanted to go there. Interesting to see that the Alpha has gone longer on its tyres than some of the others. It'll probably do this lap and come in. I'm pushing a little bit harder now because I want to get that sub 8 minute lap, which will be really cool. I mean, by really cool, you know, the sort of cool thing that you post in Dull Men's Club on Facebook. Wah. I'm pushing now. I want that sub 8 minute. Oh, I got it bounced like mad over there. Come on. Yeah, that's the thing, Lumixion. Will it lose a lot of time? Because it was quicker than the Marcos, wasn't it, before the Marcos pitted? That's the thing. We'll see, because will the Marcos lose time more frequently? Be intrigued to see if the Marcos gets back ahead, because obviously the gap isn't going to be huge between them, because you're barely in the pits for 30 seconds. I'm getting brave. Oh, I'm getting brave, but I'm also getting stupid. Don't clip the grass. Whoa, that was as fast as you can go around there. Didn't want to grab fifth. Didn't want to stay flat. This thing revs to Kingdom Come, doesn't it? Figured it was quicker to go around the carousel rather than through it. Yeah, I think the Alpha will come in this time round as well. I think it'll not be a large pit window, it'll just be 1 or 2 laps here or there. My god, no, 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 don't let that end this lap, don't let that end this lap. Oh my days. That little clip of the grass there, it just dragged me wide. Come on, let's really push it down here now, come on. This is a proper commitment part of the circuit. I've overdone it. Overdid it there. You don't need to do that. These poor tyres, we've got to do another 2 laps on them. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad at all, would it, Rob? Not a bad life if you've got one of them knocking about. Straight line it. I know it shouldn't count, but it's what I had to do in the circumstances. I'm pushing like mad here, you know. Just don't want to get this wrong because I've gone too hot into here a few times already. I don't think it's going to be sub 8 minutes, but it's going to be close. I think I'm going to beat that 8 minutes 6.997. Just need to keep it close to the limiter here. 147 is the best. If you keep battering it off the limiter, it'll just lose speed in the long run. Come on. Is that going to be it? Yeah, look at that. A sub 8 minute lap. Wow. Wow, that was a spicy one. Okay, we can chill out a little bit now, not push so hard. That was a sub 8 minute lap around the Nurburgring in a Ginetta G4. Obviously with a turbocharger applied and some very good tyres. But that was Larry, wasn't it? I've got this lap and one more to do, and the tyres are starting to go a little bit yellow, so we can just take it easy now. Just make sure we guide her around safely. We've got a lap on the field, which is 8 minutes at our pace. So we can give it to the B-Spec driver. And said driver can take the reins and show us what they can do, and I can chill out for a little bit. Might only get them to do one stint of 5 laps, might get them to do an hour, we'll see. Whoa! If I was in a Megane, I'd be in the trees. Wow, that was pretty ruthless, wasn't it? Thanks, Lee Mixion. Much appreciated, mate. There's me saying I'm not pushing, and look at that through there. Oh, this is hard. Hard work. Very enjoyable, but hard work. And the fact that we've got to do a few more of these is pretty terrifying. I can't remember what the rest of the circuits are, but we will be saving, obviously, between races and then going for the next ones. I do also have save states available. but I don't really want to be using those. I might do a bit of that during the 24-hour races, just because they are going to be immense. I think it'll be better to save a state here and there every time I come in for a pit stop or something, because you can just save whenever on an emulator like that. Obviously it's not cheating the system, it's just putting me back to where I was so I don't lose that much progress, just in case we have a technical difficulty or whatever. But I think if I'm doing a 24-hour race and if I lose a couple of hours, I'd probably either can it there and then carry on a bit later down the line, you know, on a different day, or I don't know, start again another day. I don't know. That is something to go over when we come to it. For now, we are winning by a considerable margin here at the Nurburgring in the wonderful Ginetta G4. But the thing is as well, I was just having a thought to myself while talking about something else, funnily enough. I'd like to go in a slower car for the rest of the championship, but obviously I can't now because I'm locked into this car for the rest. Although, could I go into the settings and like take the turbo off it or something, so I don't have as much of a power advantage? Make it a little bit more interesting. We'll see. We'll have a look at that, because we'll still have an advantage, but it won't be as ludicrous. And if the B-Spec driver isn't that great, you know, it could spice up their stints even more. Oh, hello. Didn't want to stop there. We're catching up to somebody. Who do you think it is? This is the section of the circuit where I've really been overdoing it in previous laps, so let's maybe not do that this time. That's better, isn't it? Still very sideways in the last part of it, but it'll be alright. Whoa, hello. One more lap, then we'll switch over to the B-Spec driver. Hey up. We need some names though. If you are in chat and just lurking, lob a name in. We need to give our B-Spec driver a name before he jumps in the car, so we know who we're handing it over to. Okay. Whoa, okay. Ben Bertrand. Wasn't he a safety car driver or something? I don't want a real name, I want like something fake and fancy. Something funny. We're going to absolutely plough past whatever car this is. Daz, Dre Chazcott, Brody Spectre. To be fair, whenever I've done like a fake run through of something, or like the second account on F1 Challenge 99 that I've got is called Daz Chaycott, Dan McCauley said to me if I was... Oh my god. It's the Fiat, hello. Dan said to me... No, hang on, let me start that again. So for the upcoming... Stop it! It's shaking like mad. For the upcoming special event with Sim Racing Magazine, I have put it to the drivers that I want to race with them. So not do a live broadcast on the night, but join them on track for the event, and then, you know, use an alias or something like a fake name so that it doesn't come up as me commentating on me, because it's just cringe. I've done that on Rocket League before and it's just cringe. So I wanted to come up with a fake name and whatever else, and Dan said the name should be Chick Didcot, which sounds like some, yeah, overly Americanized sort of hick racer in NASCAR that's based on me. But I don't want it to be anything like my actual name. I want it to be a completely different name whatsoever, and I'm actually considering using a fantasy name generator, because for a lot of the series and things that I've done in the past, the old touring car series I did on R-Factor, I used a fantasy name generator, and it uses names of certain nationalities and so on, so it could be a different nationality, it could be anything. But yeah, Daz Chaycott, Chick Hicks, flipping heck. I was watching Cars yesterday. Charlotte and I went to bed, decided that we were going to put a film on, and we ended up watching Disney Pixar Cars, because we are both overgrown children, and it's fantastic. No B-Spec yet. Dredge going to do it at the end of this lap, mate. We need a name. Pete has probably got it at the moment. Brody Spector. Because it's B-Spec. Brody Spector. Whoa! Whoa! Bobby Shithouse Jr. You know what? I deserve the spin for that. I don't often swear in these playthroughs, but Bobby Shithouse Jr. is an absolutely belting name. Because it's B-S. Oh, I'd love to, but that can be our sort of... That can be our, like, pet name for him, as opposed to his proper name, because I can't be saying that all the time on the playthrough. Unfortunately, I don't want to be swearing as much. But that is, Max Rom, I don't know if that's your first comment on the channel before, but that is absolutely golden, and I appreciate it massively. That is very funny. That is very, very funny. Oh, Motator. Potator. I think, unless someone comes up with anything in this next half a lap, I'm afraid Brody Spector is going to do it. I say I'm afraid. I think that's brilliant, Pete. Brody Spector. We can start getting really scroungy, and you can pay £1 in Super Chat. I usually have stream rules up there above me. That was quite a good one, Andy save, wasn't it? I usually have stream rules above me that say, you know, if you donate this much or do a Super Chat worth this much, you can do whatever. Maybe we, for these endurance events, we bring in some stuff like that for the B-Spec driver. Maybe we have it that, you know, if you pay £1, we push, get him to push or get him to slow down. Wow, the Alfa Romeo is only just pitting now. I forgot about that, you know. Didn't the Marcos pit on, like, lap 7 or something? He's got a good lead over the Marcos by the look of it. Baz Claypot. Danny Lee! Danny Lee, good to see you, mate. Flippin' heck, joined by royalty. How are you, mate? Hope you're doing well. Baz Claypot. I think Brody Spector. I still, no offence to anyone, but I still think Brody Spector's the best one. Ah, tyres are dead now. Well, they're not dead, but I mean, you can clearly see they're not dead. Look, they're right here, next to my head. But yeah, they're getting there. The rears are cooked. Looks like the Marcos and the Alfa are close together on track. God, I nearly had a huge snap of oversteer then. Ah. God, it's so sensitive at high speed. Look at it. Whoa. Poor valves. This engine is working overtime. No worries, Danny. Well, thank you very much for popping in, mate. Really appreciate it. Great to see you. Go and subscribe to Danny if you haven't already, everybody. Follow him on social media. I think he's down as Danny Lee Sim Racing. Or Danny Lee Racing. He's a fantastic content creator. And I always compliment his ability to just have a fantastic way of words. It's just his, you know, vocabulary and the way he applies it is just epic. I'm very jealous, but he's a lovely bloke as well. Very fast sim racer too. Oh, my right thumb is killing. I'm almost looking forward to this B-Spec break. Honda S800 pitting as well. That's quite a late stop. But it isn't really a trade-off for lap time, is it, by them? Hello. Just smack it off the limiter. Like this. Poor thing. Just gave it a little break there from third gear. God, this is just so much fun to drive. It keeps you working so hard. I've actually moved around in my seat. I can feel that I'm not sat in the same position as I was earlier. Hand came off the wheel. Whoa. Flipping Nora. Oh, I always do that. I've gone in too hard and too early there. For like the last 3 laps. Do you think it's time to pit? Yeah, that left rear is shagged, in it. Ah. Oh my god, this is so lively. The force feedback's only on 50% and it's still, you know, this game is really throwing it through the motor. I think the wheel will probably be grateful to get a bit of a break. I wonder if the wheel actually does what it does on F1 Challenge, where when you're looking at the car even from the outside, the force feedback still applies. Because at the end of the day, the game is still forcing those G-forces and everything onto the car. Yeah, that left rear is broken. May as well be flat, look at it. Yeah, they're a little bit more cooked than they were in the first stint, but we're 1 hour, 22 minutes in. We've done a sub 8 minute lap time, which I am absolutely over the moon about. And now the little G4 can have a break for a minute. Thanks very much for jumping in, Rob. Pleasure as always to see you. I look forward to seeing you in Formula 1. Cheers. Turbo. Listen. Ready? Just did a little... Okay, coming in for a pit stop. Hopefully not accompanied by a massive accident. And for the first time in this playthrough, we're about to get our B-Spec driver, Brody Scheckter, in the car. B-Spec, refuel, and put tyres on it. Oh, God. $80 litres. Okay. Let's see what Brody's got. How does this work now then? Okay. So you've got overtake, pace, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Increase pace, push hard. Brody. So it's Brody Scheckter. Race 1. Oh, R1 for race monitor. Oh, that's cool. Okay. That's really cool. He's having an accident as we cut back to him. Oh, I'm so scared. What's display screen? Oh, we can just watch him like this cinematic. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at it frolicking in the meadows. Come on, Brody, this is your time. We'll just keep him on a medium pace, see what he does, see what lap times he puts in. Obviously, this first one is not representative. God, listen to how short the cycle of the car audio is. Go on, in the air. Hey, go on, lad. He's going off, I'm telling you. He's going off the circuit. No. He's flying. He's flying, is Brody. Thank you, Pete Harrod, for naming our B-Spec driver. Thank you also to Maxtron for that fantastic secondary name, Bobby Shithouse Jr. Oh, I love this little Ginetta. Look at it. So we can change view. We can go on board with him, see what he's doing. But I like the idea of being on the external view. I know, innit? He's absolute. No! Brody! He's absolutely lobbing it about. Oh my days. That thing looks so fast from the outside, doesn't it? It's an absolute rocket. If he does overdo it, we can just tell him to dial it back a bit. I mean, I want to now because, oh my god. Don't ruin my little Ginetta! Brody! He's scaring me. When the tyres go later, he's going to be pushing too hard, I'm telling you. Wow. God, oh my god, I've had so many emails about the SRM entries thing. Look. Charlotte has sent in some names. None of which I can repeat on stream. I love them though, dear. Thank you very much. I know, but that's the thing, Pete. I unfortunately cannot. I just cannot. I can't have a swear word in the name. My friend Tom sent me a picture of his PC. Some of you will know Tom Jacobs from the channel before. He's got his PC sorted. It's very beautiful. Sorry, I should really pay attention to my driver. Because look at him. Where is he going? He's absolutely sending it. Right, let's see who's signed up for this championship. Nobody that's out of the ordinary. So that's fine. So, Brody Scheckter. Go on, son. I imagine that is probably Bobby Stenhouse's nickname to a lot of people that don't like him. Surely. He's flying, isn't he? That's fast into there. Oh my god. He's on it, man. This is great. I'm really intrigued to see what his lap time will look like. I can fast forward this by 3 times. How? How do I do that? Oh, yeah. No, don't increase pace. Oh, we can look at the different cars. Change viewing speed. L1. And then... Oh, does it go back to normal when I do that? So it doesn't simulate the visuals. Oh, it tells you when you pit it as well and what you put in. That's really cool. Oh, okay. I like that you can speed it up, but I quite like the idea of watching Brody Scheckter. No, what is it? Brody Spector. Absolutely destroy this. Yeah, it makes sense that it only works in the monitor, though, so it doesn't have to render things at 3 times the speed. He is properly on this, though. It's so smooth, isn't it? I know the frame rate varies a little bit on Gran Turismo 4, but it's so smooth and so pretty. It's incredible to think this game is 21 years old this year. It's crazy to think that car is pre-1970. We will take the turbo off it for the next race if we can. Slow it down a little bit. Excuse me. That Pepsi's really gassy today. don't know why it's different to normal. It doesn't normally make this bad. So we can tell him to pit. We can tell him to overtake if needs be. So it's just a temporary push. He's absolutely on it, isn't he? Oh man. Well, I hope you're enjoying this stream so far, everybody. We'll be doing a lot of this, obviously. Look at him in the air! We'll be doing a lot of this, obviously, when we do further endurance races. The next few streams will be other events from this championship. And I hope you'll join me for them. Here's Outlappers. Oh, Brody! Uh-oh. Brody. Well. Maybe that's a sign just to chill it out a little bit, Brody. Naughty. Naughty boy. I'm just going to have a quick... Oh, don't click it. I'm just having a quick look at the... load at the save states and so on and how you do them. I'm so scared that I'm going to lose. I don't want to... Yeah, I'm not going to touch it while this is going on. One job, Brody. Well, the camera's faster than him. That's a cool camera angle, though, isn't it? Up the dotting of your mum. Go on! So the rears are nice and warm now. This is going to look great as he flies down here. Look at the speed of it! Okay. So we have our teammate. He's going to crash here. That is hot into there. So what we're going to see now is a representation of his time. I mean, his outlap hasn't been horrific either. With a spin and coming out of the pits. 8 minutes 46.4. Okay. My best was sub 8 minutes. Well, that's not a good start to the next one, Brody. Brody. I'm going to keep him on medium pace for this lap and see what he does. It should train him up. So, for those of you that know the game, where do B-Spec points come into it? Do you get B-Spec points once the race is completed? And how do you apply them to him? Like, what? He has put some swaz on that grommet. He's lobbing it. It's great. But yeah, so how do we get... Where do the B-Spec points come into it then? Where, like, what do we do? I don't get it. Is it just the more time he has in the car, the better he gets? Like the more tidy or whatever? Because he's going to need it. I don't know whether this car is an accurate representation, though, because obviously it's a pig to drive. If he goes quick... Whoa! If he goes quicker than me, I'm going to be fuming. Ah, he's braking through there. Soft. The car looks concerned, doesn't it? It's just simply... Okay, yeah. But what determines how many B-Spec points you get? So if I have A-Spec points for a race, for example, does he get that many? So if he's in a car that is loads quicker than the rest, will he not get many A-Spec points out of it? B-Spec points out of it, sorry. Is it car performance dependent, or is it just... I don't know. Like what determines how many he gets? Either way, he's smashing it in a minute. Go on, Brody. Absolutely smashing it. And I say that and he's off. Get on with it. Bloody hell. Okay. He's absolutely on it. There's a car ahead. There's a car ahead. What is it? That's a wall mush. It is. There is a A car that... I'm intrigued to see what he does when he gets up to this car, actually. The unsuspecting victim ahead. About to be walled by Brody Spector. Look at it through there. Whoa, look at it. Whoa, that's so sick. Oh, that's going in the wall, surely. I tell you what, he's exciting to watch at least. Rather than like an R-Factor AI just cruising around perfectly on rails everywhere. Look at him. Oh, a little Scandi flick was that, Brody. Go on, son. He's... Oh, my guy. If you could do liveries, I'd have it so that, you know, when like drivers in endurance races have all of the names of the drivers on the like top of the door or whatever, we'd have C. Draycott and B. Spector. If you could do liveries. He'll sit behind if I don't press overtake. Okay. So we won't just go for it naturally due to the pace difference. What is it? Oh, it's the Carmen gear. See what he does with this. Like another car, Brody. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to be a good boy? Yeah, he's lifted a bit. Don't run into... Go, Brody! Do it now! There we go. Nyom, he's no longer in overtake mode. He's gone. Look at him. Disappeared up the hill. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, we can look at other cars still like this. Look at that. So cool. There's the Marcos. Chasing down the Alpha still. That's such a shed. There's the Honda, there's the Carmen gear, there's the Fiat. They're on lap 8 out of 25. The car ahead is on lap 10. And we're on lap 12. With this cretin. Into the carousel. We're over the halfway point of the race now, though. So it is going to be about 3 hours, this race. Wow. So it's going to finish, well, we're going to be finished with the race before 10. I mean, I started streaming at 6:30, so obviously it's a lot earlier than usual, but I learned from the last Gran Turismo stream that I thought would only be about 2 hours, ended up being about 5. Nearly 6. Brody, be careful. Be careful, son. At least he's on it, though. I appreciate it. That looked like... Well, maybe we tell him to chill out. Go to a slightly reduced pace, please, Brody. It's like... Brody, chill out. You're being a knob. Go on, son. We'll let him finish this lap because I want to see what his lap time is by just watching it. And then, yeah, then we'll speed his stint up. And then I'll jump back in the car. Hey, look at the little hop, skip and a jump from the Ginetta. Oh, I love this car so much. I'm really excited to see what later races will be like, though, with him in the car. Whoa, another hop. It is a handful, though, so it's no surprise that the AI does go a little bit overboard with it. That's at reduced pace, that. And he's... See, he didn't go off there. He went off big time there last time. So he's been a little bit more careful. He's not on full attack mode. I mean, he's a good half a minute behind me in terms of pace, but still absolutely battering the other cars. Does it tell us, actually, if we go onto this, does it tell us their best lap? Yeah, look. We're nearly a minute a lap faster. So, even if he is half a minute slower than me per lap, then we're still alright. Charlotte thinks that he's drunk. I mean, yeah, does seem that way. Meow. Flying up the straight. Yeah, look, he's already over 8 minutes, and I was doing sub 8 minute lap earlier on. 8:06 and 8:12, I think my laps were, and he's still, yeah, on the dotting of her with 8 minutes 12 gone. So, yeah, I think even with the spin, it'll still, well, without the spin, it'll be about 10-15 seconds a lap slow. But he's only done 2 laps in this whole thing, so let's not forget he's got time to adapt and get better. Now, do they get better as the race goes on, or do they get better sort of between races? Like, will his skill improve once the race is completed and the B-Spec points are applied, or does he get better now as the race is going on? 8:47. So what was the other cars doing? Yeah, 9:42. Okay. So we're going to speed up time. I can't remember how you do it. Send him on his way. He's going to catch up with car C, which is the Honda S800. 1 hour and 41 minutes into the race. There is also a speed up in the emulator. You're right. You're right. Wait. There you go. We're getting 107. Oh, he's hit the Fiat! You knob! It was that fast I couldn't see the Fiat coming. Oh no, Brody. Yeah, this is better because we can see it. Right. Let's slow it down, get behind the Honda, and then send it. I forgot about that, Lumixion, thank you. I have bound it before. Come on, Brody. Oh, listen to the Honda rev. Right. Are you ready for the overtake? Yeah, I'd say you are. Go for it. Past we go. Pure power. Okay, he's through. Continue on. Yeah, we're getting between 160 and 170 FPS. So, considering the game normally runs at 50 FPS, we're sort of 4 times here at the minute. That's quite funny. Oh, Brody! Well, at least we still get to see him go. Charlotte said that she thinks that Brody is here because she doesn't slow down for corners in GTA. Charlotte, why don't you just say this stuff in the YouTube chat? I mean, maybe not that last thing he said, but still. Here we go, Brody. We are currently about 1.5 laps up. The next 2 cars ahead of us are battling for second place. But I've sped it up on the emulator as opposed to speeding it up in the game. We could speed it up in the game on top of this. Probably not the best idea. I don't want to break it. I'm very scared of these things being fragile. But yeah, Brody is about, well, just under a minute a lap slower than me. He's on reduced pace because he's been having a few crashes. We decided on the name, actually, Matt, which you wouldn't have heard unless... Actually, no, you had it... You had the stream open earlier, didn't you? Brody Spectre. As in B-Spec. Get it? Thanks to the wonderful Pete Harrod for the name. We've also had the suggestion of Bobby Shithouse Jr. Look at the Ginetta. I suppose this is a way of doing it. This is a way of doing it, so it works. This absolutely rapid. I'm so scared to press any of the other F keys, though. To sort the load states and stuff out. I might just see hotkeys. Okay, I've got the hotkeys up now. Save states. Save next save slot. Save to selected slot. F1 and then 3. 3 is load. 1 is save. Okay. So I need to make sure I don't miss that F4 key when I speed it up and press F3, because that would load a save state and I don't know what is ready at the moment. Maybe I just save one just to be sure. Let me just make sure that I've got this right. Hotkeys. Save state to selected slot. F1. Yeah? I'm going to press F1. Okay, it says state saved in the top left of my screen. Just in case. Oh, did you spin the Mustang, did you, Matt? Oh, Brody. Stop it. To be fair, this means that his laps, rather than take 8 minutes, will take about 2. I can't drive at this pace, just to let you know that. I will not be driving at this speed. He's catching up with the top 2, though. The Alpha still leads. It's getting away from the Marcos now in the long run. He's going to have one more lap left on these tyres, and it's going to be a lively one. He's all over the joint, isn't he? Let's see if he has a crash around here this time again. Nah, he's done well. On reduced pace, he's absolutely fine. We're still the fastest car out there. And then I've got 10 laps to the end. Not going to stick him in for another 5. I'm just going to leave it with this middle stint up to him. And then I'll do the final 10. Nearly 2 hours in. Catching up to the Marcos. Which is pitting. So it is 7 laps at a time for the Marcos. Yeah, absolutely. It has ruined the tyres, Dredge. So he's pitted again. The Alpha will now... Way up! The Alpha will now go for longer. It's so funny watching it like this. Rapid. Tyres are going off now, though. We'll tell him to pit. So he's going to pit this lap. I was going to say I nearly forgot to tell him to pit. I just assumed that he would. He's entertaining though, isn't he, our Brody? It's funny this, isn't it? Again, I appreciate you all sticking with me for this stream. We're now, well, effectively 2 hours into the race, but you all know that that's not the full case. Okay, he's catching up now. So I'll need to tell him at some point soon, especially up here actually, to overtake, because we've got a massive power advantage. Go for the overtake. Oh, look at him, right out to the right hand side. See you later, Morsh, as Dredge would say. And then we crack on. 2 laps. Yeah, stream is at 1 hour 59 as of right now. Now, we're only getting in a few minutes at a time. You know what? Considering a few incidents, this has been Brody's first ever stint on the channel. I think he's done alright. Smoked. Whoa, he nearly put it in the wall then. That was commentator's curse, wasn't it? Jeezums. He's wiggling about all over the place now. Okay. Got to get ready for another stint now. My chair, I've got one of those plastic mats that means you can roll around on the floor a bit more and not ruin your carpet on a heavy chair like this. And I cannot move the chair because it's basically made a groove in it. It won't move away. Yeah, to be fair, Dredge, there is a large intro. I do apologise. God, it looks so slow now, doesn't it? This stint is going to feel really slow for me compared to this. Flying up the Dottinger Her once more. This is going to be Brody's last part of the stint, last part of the race, so everybody say thank you, Brody. Everyone give it a thank you, Brody. You did spot an updated intro, Matt. That has been on the last few episodes. So, no refueling, sports mediums, A-Spec mode. Brody, some bloke, mate. Some bloke. He's kept us in the lead. He's put the leaders, the other cars, another lap down. Now it's all up to me. It's up to you now. Complete the mission. We haven't fueled up. We've just got some new rubber. Let's get on it, shall we? Let's just look after this puppy till the end now. Brody Spectre. I've just got to get used to it again now. It all seems like it's moving so slowly. But I've got to remember that the car doesn't grip like a prototype or a Formula 1 car. It is very much a late 1960s Ginetta G4. Yeah, he did as well. I'm very pleased with Brody in his first performance. He did a good old job, didn't he? Fantastic news. Okay, 10 laps to go. About an hour and 20 minutes. Let's lock in, shall we, and have some fun in our Ginetta. We're going to be doing 5 laps at a time still, looking after the tyres. We're only going to refuel once more, which will be at the end of lap 20. We are going to make it on just 3 tanks of fuel in total, 2 pit stops for fuel. And to be fair, it's a good thing there's no damage in this game, isn't there? Because Brody would have put us out of it because he had 2 very, very large accidents at least. Thanks again though for being with me on this stream, everyone. Thank you to those of you that have watched this far through in YouTube afterwards. Let us know in the comments if you are still with me at this point without skipping any of it. Let me know if you've watched this. I know a lot of people, as Dredge has rightly told me before, love long form content. So thank you for watching. If you have watched up to this point, I hope you'll see me through to the end. We've got another hour or so yet to go. Car in front. It's the Fiat. Poor thing. They must only be on lap 10 by now. But you know what? The plucky little Fiat continues on. So does this Ginetta. So these are the cars that we're going to be going up against for the whole championship. There's 4 events in total. So that'll be 4 streams, and obviously we have to do them in order now. And we have to do them consecutively, so you know what the next few streams are going to be. Macro's only here for Brody. That's understandable, mate. That's fair. I appreciate it. Brody's the star of the show tonight. Not even Sabrina Carpenter's got a word in. But hopefully Brody will make many more appearances on the channel. He'll be in the other races as well that we're doing this 1,000 miles competition. It's just nice for him to give me a break. But yeah, if we have him do just 5 laps around this place, what's that, 40 minutes condensed down into like 20 minutes? It's good to have, isn't it? It obviously means as well that, you know, 24-hour races, if I get him to do 2 stints in that, you know, it won't actually be 24 hours in total. It'll probably be more like 18 if we speed up his stints. God, this thing's fast. Hey, oh, don't do that to me now, car. That's such a scary corner. Ooh, a little bit hot into there. Hello, nearly spun it up. Just won't sit in the carousel at all. But yeah, going forward, we can play about with super chats and, you know, come up with some rules regarding Brody and his stint. You know, a little donation here and there just to mess with him, give you guys some control over him. Whether we put him on a higher pace or a reduced pace. Outside factors, not just me coming in and affecting the race. That'd be quite interesting, wouldn't it? But yeah, the Ginetta has been mighty dominant so far. Can you imagine if I'd have started the championship and then had to see it through with something like a Ford GT in here? I'd have been in a world of pain. I always turn in too early there. And there. Always hit that curb on the left. Oh, hello. Brody's not the only one letting the side down a little bit with a moment or a spin. Sorry, everyone. It broke away a bit much from me there. Cobra 427. Yeah, I forgot actually. That'll be a... Oh, we don't need second gear there. That'd be a wild old thing to try and beat, wouldn't it? Because for some reason I always remember in Gran Turismo games it handled phenomenally. Which is not exactly what they're known for, is it? Cobra 427s. They are very fast and powerful, but... Corners? No. Whoa. Keep knocking my coaster onto the floor with my drink. Not necessarily onto the floor, but it keeps lifting it. My drink is stuck to it, so it lifts it up. We're a while away from catching any other cars. That is my first lap back in the car complete. Yeah, Cobras don't do corners. Yeah, but look at that outlap. So much quicker than Brody. You watch though, by the end of the playthrough, he'll be carrying me, will Brody. He'll be the one with the pace. I'm just taking it easy now. Even I'm on a reduced pace. Just not overdoing it. I know where the limits of the car are now. I know what it's doing. How it's behaving. Pushing it near those limits. Still going quickly, but not overdoing it. towards Flugplatz. Get a little hop, skip and a jump out of it. Oh, why did I look at chat there? Whee! I started the championship dredge. I mentioned your advice earlier on in the stream that I should just do it as a championship, so I don't have to do it twice. Because then it would get a little bit long in the tooth, wouldn't it, if I had to stream it twice? Even if I just had to do it twice, it would get a little bit long in the tooth. So we are doing this championship for the next few streams now. Committed to the 1,000 miles cause. And then after that we'll do something like the Schwarzwald Liga, maybe even the special licenses as well. I want to do a special conditions stream at some point because I've not seen any of those yet. I know there's rally events to do and they're going to be utter pain because the rallying and the dirt and snow physics on this, I just can't get my head around them. They're probably very good, but I just cannot get my head around them. Prefer what me and George were talking about today, actually, conventional racing, just on tarmac. Normal racing. Oh, the driving missions, yeah. To be fair, I'm planning on doing a... oh, hello. Planning on doing a driving missions video on GT Planet at some point soon, on Gran Turismo 7. Also be doing some of the human comedy missions as well. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of parts to this playthrough that I'm sure the streams will be good fun for people to watch, where I'm just struggling. But still. 2 hours 17 minutes into this race. 2 hours 12 minutes into the stream, so figure that out. Car feels great. Absolutely great. It does try and kill you. It does try and overdo it. It's very sensitive. But it's just great. Look how great it is. Jesus. That was understeer upon understeer, that. I think the Alpha has bagged itself second position, barring any problems later. But then again, the reliability of these cars, you're not going to have problems. Hello. Okay. It's like someone put a magnet on the fence. Whoa, 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 whoa. That curb was not friendly. Don't hit that one, Chaz. I don't change up. Doesn't it sound great? It sounds so good. It really doesn't want to stay in the carousel when you get to those. Whoa, big slide. As long as you keep the rear wheels driven a little bit, it's alright. But you just got to make sure that you do keep them driven. It's liftoff where it oversteers like mad. Again, turning in too early there. No need for it at all. I pushed it on the throttle a bit hard there. Oh, big overcorrection. Whoa, 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 I'm still having an accident. Oh, Brody would have been proud of that one. I'm still having an accident. Oh my god. That was, yeah, Larry, to say the least. You barely have to put any steering lock on at all to get this thing to turn in. You have to put more opposite lock on than anything else just to stop it turning in. It's crazy. Whoa, big mount of the curb. Oh, kiss the grass and it dragged me wide. Okay. Whoa, back onto the Dottinger. The other car in front of us is just at the other end of it. So fast. You wouldn't want to do nearly 150 miles an hour in one, would you? It'd probably just the windscreen would fold in or something. Not a horrific lap time either, that. 8:08. 10 seconds off my best, but you know what? That's still 1 minute and 40 seconds quicker than second place. We've got another car ahead of us here. I think this might be the Honda S800 this time. It's either that or the Carmen Ghia again. The Carmen Ghia is the second slowest car in the field. Can't see it just yet. God, this thing's fast. Don't touch the grass. Back down towards the foxhole we go. It's gone quiet. Everyone alright? Or are you just zoned in? Just lurking and chilling. Whew. Oh, is that the... Yeah, I think that's the Honda. The car ahead. Why did I look at the chat mid-corner, mid-slide? Locked into those tyre noises. Yeah, the tyres are certainly making a racket. Wonder if I can turn that down. Absolutely, Lou Mixion. We're loving life, mate. Having a good old time. Don't touch the grass. I've touched the grass. Whee! It's the S800 next. Two laps to go before I pit for the final time in the race. Oh no, it's not the S800, it's the Carmen gear again. That was irresponsible. Has he mugged me? He nearly. So the S800, we are not going to lap again yet. Wow. Apologies to any Honda S800 enthusiasts out there for mistaking it for a Carmen gear. Oh, come on. That corner is painful. In this car, anyway. Fast up this hill, innit? I'm holding onto the wheel so tight up there because it really is trying to buff it around a lot. The feedback doesn't get dumbed down when you're at higher speeds. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Woo, dearie me. Made the apex. I meant that. I wonder if my oil light's going to come on. I wonder if I've got any oil left in it. It's been revving very high for a very long time. We could probably look after the car and not redline it, just take it up to 7. Oh. Could also look after it by not putting it in a wall. Whoa. It's got really good low down torque actually. So 4th gear is used pretty much everywhere around here. 3rd gear is just there to give it a little bit more squirt out the corners. This bit's all 3rd gear. Give it 3 stabs at the steering there just to try and get it over rotating. Try and not turn in early there anymore. 2 cars close together on the map. One of them is closing in on the other one very quickly, which leads me to believe that that is the Fiat 500 again. Well, that's the first out of the 2 of them at the moment, because there is a massive pace difference there. That'll be the Honda S800, and then the other 2 at the other side of the map at the minute will be the Marcos in 2nd and the Alfa in the lead. Straight lining that. Sorry. Oh my god, it's still trying to kill me. Oh, just banged my elbow. Oh. Oh, Brody, take over. Oh, smacked my elbow on the arm of the chair. Feedback is heavy. It is strong. You do have to work with it. Okay. Whoa. I was wondering whether I've got my camera zoomed in too much compared to previous stream. No, that's the wrong way. No, that's the wrong way. Come on. There we go, 20 mil. Because I had the last one on 20 mil and for some reason it's on 22 because you couldn't see much of the wheel. I know you don't really see a lot of my hands on the wheel, but Like, as soon as I'm putting in any slight inputs like that, you should be able to see my hands, so maybe the angle of it's not right. I'll maybe adjust it during the pit stop. I know it's probably not worth it for the end of the stream, but still. I'm a perfectionist. Doesn't necessarily mean I get it right, but I try to. That's the thing. The thought's there. The application isn't. Okay, so this is lap 19 out of 25. We're going to be pitting at the end of the next lap, so we've got another one after this before we then peel into the pits. We're not going to be letting Brody back in the car. He's already changed the shape of it. Brody's going to sit there, sip his root beer, and have a good time. Now he'll be on the bit burgers now, won't he? We're at the Nurburgring. He'll be on the bit burgers with the race organisers and all 5 other teams, which are probably just individual blokes with their own cars that they brought to the meeting. Whoa. We're catching up to a car. It's probably the Fiat, because we are absolutely flying up to it. Yep, it's the Fiat. That's got to be one of the coolest overtakes. We come flying round sideways. So yep. Yeah, that Fiat's been slightly outpaced, unfortunately. Oh god. I think I've been a little bit outpaced by this car, to be honest. It's an absolute missile. It doesn't try and kill me as much as my RUF Yellowbird that's been appearing on some of my shorts and reels and things on TikTok recently. But it still tries to kill me. We're still not really close to catching the leaders for a third time, are we? They're still about half a lap ahead of us. The Alpha is due another pit stop though. The fact that thing's only going to pit twice is pretty awesome. Because I think the Marcos comes in every 7 laps. And the Alpha came in like on lap 9 or something. Here's the Honda S800 that I mistook for a Carmen Ghia earlier. Press triangle, overtake. Bye, mate. I was slow around there, wasn't I? Okay, so we've overtaken the Carmen Ghia, the Fiat, and the Honda, so it's definitely the Marcos and the Alpha that are on the other side of the circuit. Yeah, the Alpha's just got onto the Dottinger Herb because they've just triggered that sector marker that just came up. We've had an off. It just didn't grip up. Just did not grip up at all. There you go, there's the Alpha in. The Marcos now is making its way onto the Dottinger Her. Part of me considered not pitting again just to see what state the tyres got in, but to be honest, it's pretty on the ragged edge anyway when it's like this, so I'd rather not. And we'd also need fuel anyway, so we may as well have one more stop at the end of the next lap. Whoa. That felt nicer through there that time, rather than turning. I've still turned in early there. I'm going to cause myself a right mischief, aren't I? In some of the later endurance races where we're in fast cars, it's going to be pretty difficult because I've got to have the force feedback turned way down, so I'm not going to have as much feeling underneath me with those cars. And they're going to... Whoa! They're going to be a lot more twitchy and nervous. I'm not going to be able to feel all of it. Oh. She's got an understeery. Very understeery. This right earphone is really hurting my ear. I say really, it's just irritating at the minute. These headsets, even with these sort of upgraded cuff bits, the leather ones, the soft Brainwaves audio ones, they're still not the comfiest headsets in the world. Okay, onto the Dottinger Her. Two hours 32 into the stream. Thanks again everybody for being with me for this. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. I know this later stage of the race may seem a little bit more predetermined and not so energised and energetic, but I'm getting tired here. I've been concentrating a lot. I am tired. And, you know, as I say, it's kind of predetermined. It's not much competition here with the AI. We are 2 laps ahead, and that is 2 laps of the Nurburgring Nordschleife as well, which at their pace is about 18 minutes. But still, these races need doing to complete this game. I aim to complete Gran Turismo 4 as I did Gran Turismo 2. So, we'll do it. And hopefully you'll join me for as many of them as you can. Hey, very sideways. The rears are going yellow now. So this is going to be a very slidey final lap of the stint, as evidenced by the last couple of corners. Still lap 20 out of 25 here at the Nürburgring. That's a lot of laps. I think I remember on Forza Motorsport 2 or 3 there was a prototype race around Nürburgring and it was, I think, 7 laps. I remember that taking about an hour. And I also remember I think it was a race at Le Mans actually, in road cars. That was 7 laps, and me and my friend Casey used to try and beat it in a Lexus ISF. Really cool car. My right wrist is really hurting now. My right thumb. These 24-hour ones are going to be a real challenge. We might have to have Brody in for an hour or two at a time. God, it really lets go on the brakes and oversteering on deceleration. And then when you get on the power, it's got so much power that it just spins up the rears anyway. There's our very often reminder that we are 2 laps ahead of the Alpha. Whoa, hello. Bear with, I see that's a long comment, so bear with me. Thank you very much, Sarav. I will be streaming Tower Simulator 3 on the 24th of January, next Friday. That'll be when my next stream is. There's more details about that in my next video, which comes out on Monday next week. That's my next Tower Simulator 3 video. I just recorded it earlier today, actually. But that comes out next Monday, and then my next live stream is next Friday. Going forward, from this point, I know there's probably not many Tower Simulator 3 viewers watching this because it's, you know, a different bag of content. But my plan going forward will be a Tower Simulator 3 video or stream every Monday and Friday. Microsoft Flight Simulator videos every Sunday, so 1 a week now going forward, which will mean there's a lot more of them. And then a random video or a stream of this on a Wednesday. Obviously streams will... Oh my god. That's one of the biggest slides we've had up there. That's an off. Wow. It really did let go there. Obviously videos on Wednesdays will soon not be a thing because the CDM Formula 1 World Championship will be on Wednesdays. So I'd never tend to stream on days when I've got... sorry, never do a video on a day where I've got a stream. Or a broadcast. I differentiate the two. This is a stream, me playing games. It's a broadcast when it's an iRacing race production. God, it's so sideways everywhere. I'm actually really glad I'm pitting this time round. This is the worst it's felt. It doesn't want to play ball at all. So sideways. We're not losing time or anything. We're still gaining time on the leaders there. The next 2 cars ahead of us on the circuit. But still don't want to lose any big chunks of time. At the end of the day, you still want to get through a race like this as quickly as possible, regardless of how far you are ahead. We're not sticking Brody back in the car for the last stint. It's going to be all me to the end. As much as my right thumb doesn't want to hear that. The Nurburgring Nordschleife has been very kind to me. It's a circuit that I love. I know this place really well by now. Done enough laps around it. In many a game. I had to say it. I had to say it. That's my first major off, I think, of this stream. Let's ruin those rears. You can hear it spinning. It's spinning up the rears constantly. Even in through like 3rd gear there. You can hear them making noise. It's really, really shredded. Oh, don't you worry, Surav. I'll be flying the A350. Yeah, definitely flying that. If it's not the 777, it'll be the A350, the first wide-body aircraft that I fly. I absolutely love the Airbus A350. I may not be doing any long-haul flights in it, but I'll be definitely flying it. That's for sure. I look forward to learning that one. Okay. We're going to be pitting this lap for the final time this race. This poor car. It's really had its head kicked in, hasn't it? Do we all like the little Ginetta? What do we think to it? I hope you all like it as much as I do, because it's a great little wagon in my eyes. Okay, we need to refuel. And we'll put sports mediums on it. We could probably keep the fronts and save time later on in the playthrough, if we need to save time in pit stops, that is. But we're going to put a full tank in, new rubber, take it easy to the end. Oh, man. You all good, Sabrina? Let's roll. No cars around us on the circuit. I think we were quite close to catching the Mini Marcos not too long ago. Still just 2 laps ahead. In this stint, we should probably catch and overtake the Alpha and the Mini Marcos. The Mini Marcos will pit on this lap, because we've seen it pit every 7 laps so far. Cold tyres are not my friend. Well. Yeah, it's lively for a completely different reason on the outlap. In the fact that the tyres just do not give you any grip whatsoever, because they're cold rather than being knackered. Okay, so this will be the final 40 minutes or so of the race now, this last stint. Hoping to lap the Mini Marcos and the Alpha one more time. Ooh, hello. That is not grand. That is not grand. It's not going well towards the end here, is it? I don't know whether it's fatigue, whether it's just complacency. I'm not necessarily knackered, but yeah, I feel a little bit drained because I've had to concentrate for so long. I don't know what the 24-hour races are going to be like for me, but they're going to be tough. I'm going to have a few hours break at a time. Whether I sit here and chat to you lot or not, or whether I have a nap, I don't know. Because, you know, when you do an iRacing 24-hour, which I do hope to do this year with Spontex CDM Esports, when you do a 24-hour race, if there's 4 of you, you know, you're only doing 6 hours of driving each. I mean, that may be over double what I'm doing here, but, you know, when you spread it into 2-hour segments and figure it out, then, yeah, it's not so... I mean, it's tiring then, I should say. I can't even think to, you know, say what I'm trying to say. It's tiring when you do a 24-hour race with 4 of you. When it's me and Brody, the B-Spec driver here, doing 24 hours together, it's, yeah, going to be pretty tough. Whether we stick him in for a lot of it and I do, like, you know, a third of the race, whether he does 2/3, I don't know, we'll see. As if, you know, to split it between 3 drivers, let's say. But we'll get to that. We'll plan stints and stuff. Those races will take genuine planning. That'll be a big old event, that will. It'll be really cool when I get around to that, though. I do plan on getting another one of these headsets, actually, so it could be quite good fun to have somebody here with me to do that. Whether we have, like, special guests or something throughout the 24 hours. Get Charlotte on the air. Get Charlotte sat here, chatting away. We'll try and do that. I'll try and organise something like that. I think that'd add an extra element to it. Stop trying to kill me. What about you, Pete? Get you on. Oh, there's a car. It's the Mini Marcos. And it will be struggling because it's going to pit this lap. It will be in a bit of a struggle situation right now, will that thing? Yeah, damn right, Pete. That'd be ace. It'd be a good laugh, that. Oh my god, it's... I don't know, I feel like I've lost all idea of how the car behaves all of a sudden. Like, I'm not judging it right. So many corners around this place. There's so much to remember on a lap. I think that's one of the main things about the Nurburgring, is no matter how long a race is around here, you've got so much to remember about just one individual lap. You've got to constantly remind yourself what's coming next. I've never done the Nurburgring 24 hours on iRacing. I'd love to do it this year. I'd love to do the Spa 24 again. I'm not doing the Daytona 24 this weekend, unfortunately. Not done that in a few years now. I think 2021 was the last one I tried to do, and it was when there was all the server issues, and yeah, I was teamed up with Zancho Simsport, and unfortunately with the race being pushed back to a different slot, it meant that for 2 out of the 4 of us, I think it was, you know, childcare arrangements and stuff like that were then thrown off kilter, and it would have been too much to reorganise, so we just canned it, which was a huge shame. Yeah, the tyres are only just getting up to temperature as we've come back out, but I mean, they're not going to help by doing that on the grass. Come on, get off. By the end of the race, it'll be a little bit more slippery, but I think it'll be all right. It won't be any worse than we've had before. Absolutely, Pete. You and Sabrina would get on fine, I imagine. But no, it'd be cool to do that if we make a thing of it. Get you round. See if anyone else wants to join in. See if my brother wants to come up. Have some special guests. Get some interviews on. Oh. Isaiah, thank you very much for subscribing. That's the first subscriber we've had. I think the first alert we've had all stream, actually. Nearly 3 hours in. Oh god, the gears didn't like me there. I think we're catching up to the Alpha now. And by catching up, I mean gaining an insane amount of time on. This Ginetta has been an absolute dream, hasn't it? What a little wagon. I should really try and get into the habit of doing a save state when I get into the pits. So when I did that last pit stop earlier, I should have probably saved a state with F1. Oh, that's a lot of curb. Marcos is pitting now. The Alpha will probably go to the end now. So the Marcos has definitely lost that battle. It was leading it early on. Oh, hello. Right, F1 save. There we go. State saved. God, can you imagine if I pressed the wrong one there? And I lobbed us back to that pit stop earlier. Here's the Alpha. This is the pace difference between us and second place in the race. Just balmy, innit? Which is kind of like, wow, I've got 3 cars together on track here. It's like being back at the start. Is that the S800? Oh, he's smacked into the back of the Fiat. Oh, you can't pull out on me like that. What was I saying? Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if we slow the car down, take a modification or 2 off of it for the next one. Maybe just take the turbo off and see what it's like with a naturally aspirated engine upgrades. So I'm sure it'll be plenty fast enough. Might make it a bit more of a close race then, because with that Alpha being better on its tyres than I am on these, could be fun. Maybe the lower powered alternative of this car will be better on its tyres because it's not spinning up the rears as much. There's loads to think about. But I think for the next one we'll try and reduce the power. We'll go into the car settings between races, make some modifications. Either way though, I love this car. It can be a little pig, as Brody Spector found out as well. It is a handful. But it's been good fun, hasn't it? Still 3 laps to go after this. That's a good 24 minutes. So we're not out of the woods yet. I mean, let's face it, we've got the race won, haven't we? We're 3 laps ahead, which is about 24 minutes ahead. To be fair, if this was a real race, all these cars would have broken down by now, having their heads kicked in this much. That means it's the Carmen gear that's all on its own on that right-hand side of the map. Nah, I think Isley Mixion, I don't want too much of an advantage, that's the thing. I don't want racing tyres on it, because then I'd just be ridiculously quick. So we'll take the turbo off and see what that difference that makes. Because let's not forget, this is a championship, so we know we'll still have the upper hand on the other cars. Even if we finish second in one of them, you know, that could be a spicy look at the championship, because the individual race results don't matter too much. You still get a bit of money for finishing in them. I'm not sure how much money I get for winning this, actually. Isn't it like 150 grand? And then 300 grand for winning the championship, as well as, I imagine, a prize car. I'd hope a prize car. Turn. Yeah, we are now 3 laps ahead of the Alpha. He's going to lose a bit of time with another pit stop, but I don't think that's going to be enough to give us the lead. Give us the lead. Give us another lap. Yeah, 150k for this. I mean, I think I've got less than that at the moment anyway in my account, so yeah, if we do that 4 times, 600,000 credits, and then 300,000 for the championship win as well, nearly $1 million. That's a hell of an increase in money all of a sudden, isn't it? That gives us the money to do almost whatever I want. But we've not gone into any of the extreme events or anything yet, so there's still a long way to go in this playthrough. You may see the days advance and so on from episode to episode, but that'll be me getting screenshots, you know, checking what cars can run in what championships and so on, just to make sure it's all planned ahead of time, because it can be very easy to overlook something and, you know, have an episode or the idea of an episode go downhill. Still thoroughly enjoying myself. Hope you are. Wow. It's a lot safer around there to just not go full throttle. Calm gear into the pits. Pit stops are quite quick in this, aren't they, actually? Wonder what the benefit is, though, to not, you know, fueling or taking tyres or whatever. How you can work that in, because I think, does the fuel take longer than the tyres if you fill it up from quite low? Because it said work completed earlier on, and the tyres obviously go on one at a time. So I assume as soon as you're happy with how much fuel's gone in, you can just press X and go back out there. I just tried to change up a gear then, I'm clearly not focusing. I've just run out of Pepsi as well, there's only a tiny bit left in this one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Feedback was really going then. Whoa. Three laps to go, everybody, here at the 1,000 miles Nurburgring event. That was nearly a sub 8-minute lap, that one. Wow. I must have been on it. That was quick. Didn't even feel like I was on it that much. I was taking it easy in a lot of places. That's not taking it easy, is it? So, while I feel tired and like this has been a long slog, we're still almost on ultimate pace. It's crazy. I suppose the more I get used to the car, used to what it does and where on this circuit, the more laps you do, it's just one of those things. It becomes more muscle memory. I can just churn out the laps at a good pace. Nah, the tyres will be fine. Absolutely fine, don't worry. They're all in the green at the moment. We're going to get another 2 laps out of them. We've been doing 5-lap stints at the moment. 5 laps at a time. Don't know why I changed down to 4th there. Didn't need to. Yeah, we're doing 5 laps at a time and they've been absolutely fine. They've been going off on that final lap, but they'll survive. Gonna chase down that Carmen gear. Put another lap on them. That was a quick snap of oversteer. Don't know what I was doing there, really pushed it too hard. Can you tell I'm sort of pushing for another sub 8-minute lap? I would like another one. Thing is, I've not been keeping an eye on my sector times or anything, so I don't know if I'm anywhere near close to one. Jesus Christ. That was ropey round there, that hurt my hand. That felt like a great exit out of there. What do you all think? Do you think we've got another sub 8-minute lap in the tank? Or do you think I've gone too far past the tyre life now? Because they're all in the green still, so I think we're in an optimal place to use it. Apex there somewhere. Yeah, it's got to be this one before they start really going off. We're going to catch the common gear in a really useful place here. Don't even have to slow down or change our trajectory, really. Got to be committed through here, though, for a fast lap. That didn't feel as quick as it could be. I need to be really committed here as well. Like that. I just pressed the pedals that hard, they came off the floor. Honda S800 in. Nice and smooth around the carousel. It's this part of the circuit, isn't it? Because I had a big moment on that sub 8-minute lap. I had a big moment on this part of the lap last time I did it. So as long as I get this bit tidy, we should gain a bit of time. Because I tried to stay in 4th gear last time and overdid it. I think the engine braking of being in 3rd helped me. Sometimes slower is faster. That felt quick. Oh, that's not going to help. It's fine, I saved it, carried the momentum. Turned in early there as well, though. A little bit messy. Thing is, we're not talking mere tenths of a second, though, so stuff like that is alright. I remember I got it wrong here on the fast lap as well. That felt slow, but at least I'm not spending half of this hill trying to correct a big slide. Hit the curb there, that wasn't friendly. Okay. Right, just not flat, just not flat. Oh, no! Don't clip the grass. Clip the grass, but luckily it didn't spin me. Oi! That was quick through there this time. Don't need third. Why did I grab third? Nah, we'll be fine, Surav. All good. We've got plenty of fuel. The tyres are still decent. Hello, Joe Spara. How are you, mate? Good to have you back. Right, let's do this right. 147. Red line's at 148 and you lose a load of speed. Hold it at 147. Yes, that's the one. Oh, that is a whopper of a lap. Yes, 7:54.3. Fastest lap of the race by about 4 seconds. Honestly, Maxrom, if you've got a PC, get PCSX2 and you can emulate it, and it's really good. But, you know, if you want to play... I play it as true to the original as I can because I don't have a copy of the original. But yeah, if you can, even if you play it on PS2, do it. It's just great. I imagine these races are painful on a controller or something, though. I don't imagine what they're like on something like that rather than a wheel and pedals. Because at least on a wheel and pedals, you know, it's individual movements like this. This is not the last lap, so we've got one more after this, mate. One more lap to go after this one, my friend. Ooh, it was Larry there. Yeah, I can imagine, Limixia. Oh yeah, absolutely, Maxrom. You know, it's 21 years old this year, this game, and I'm playing it on a modern wheel and pedals. I know it's not using a PS2, but you know, it's still as immersive. It's still as fun. It's a game I never played, and you know, I mean, I work for GT Planet. It's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, well, it's the biggest online sim racing community in the world, but also it's the sort of place to be for Gran Turismo news in a community sense, you know. And when the guys did a few sort of history videos on the Gran Turismo games, I said to them, I've never played 4. Told some of my friends as well, never played 4. And they were like, what? It's the best one. So, and apparently one of the best racing games ever, and so far I can see why. It's just got so many mad cars in it, and so many cars in it as well. But it does them justice. Let's just wall ride for a minute. But it does them justice, which is the best bit. You know, makes you fall in love with them. But the racing's good, and the way it works on this wheel, it feels fantastic. The way it handles is awesome. Yeah, it's properly impressed me. I enjoyed Gran Turismo 2 when I did a playthrough on that. I played Gran Turismo 3 a lot as a kid. I played Gran Turismo's 1 and 3 as a kid, and then 2 I played bits of. I have an original copy of it, but I didn't play much of it after Gran Turismo 1. Then I never played 4, 5 or 6. I've played Gran Turismo Sport and Gran Turismo 7. I mean, I work on Gran Turismo 7. I'm very lucky to do so as well. Not a single day goes by where I'm ungrateful for, you know, some of my income coming from playing a Gran Turismo game. Hello. But yeah, we did some history lesson videos where we looked back at, you know, what made the old games so great and what came of them. So I had to get hold of GT4. got it on the emulator. Drove around on a save file that someone sent us, so we had all the cars and so on. I didn't want to spoil it for myself, and as soon as I started playing it on a controller and I knew what it was like, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a playthrough of this. It doesn't get anywhere near the views of other stuff, and that's fine. I just enjoy it so much. And at the end of the day, I keep saying it, I'm not going to fully, you know, sell out my content on YouTube. I make money from it now, but I'm not going to just make the channel only Tower Simulator 3. I'm still going to do stuff I enjoy. Sure, if something really doesn't perform, and it does do horrifically, then yeah, I'll can it. But that's what I was going to do with this. But, you know, these streams don't bring in big money or anything, but it's a more engaging form of content when it's uncut like this for people, so hopefully you enjoy it. And it's great to have you here with me to watch the stream as well. And I'm with you, Lumixion. Absolutely with you. I mean, somebody did do the Spec II update, didn't they? Or the Spec II mod for Gran Turismo 4, which looks incredible. But I will not be going to that. I'm going to stick to as original as I can with this. It's so Larry around here now. Assetto Corsa Evo Early Access comes out tomorrow. I believe that at GT Planet we have an early access key for it. Not sure who's going to be using it, whether it will be me or whether it'll be Andrew or Jordan, but yeah. Intrigued to see what that's like. I'm skeptical at the moment because they've promised a lot and they've committed to a lot. I believe that Kunos can pull it off, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm still skeptical. This lap has been a bit more Larry and sideways, but you know what? It feels quick. Still feels fast. Yeah, I'm with you, Maxrom. I love my planes, always have done. I've not got Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 yet. At the end of the day, I'm happy with what I get out of Flight Sim 2020. The only difference that people would notice on a video at my end, you know, for my benefit, would just be slightly different graphics, and it limits the amount of aircraft I can use. So I'm just going to stick with 2020 for a while. It's good to hear that it's been optimized a bit better and a lot of the faults have been ironed out, but yeah, I'm staying with 2020 for a while longer, just for things like the PMDG 737. The Phoenix A320 I know does work with it, but 2020 does everything I need it to at the moment. I don't have a personal reason to upgrade. Here's the Fiat 500 once more. Bye bye. Could this be another sub 8-minute lap? I think it will. It is. Wow, that's even faster than the previous fastest lap as well. So 2 sub 8-minute laps on the bounce, and now on to the final lap of the race here at Nurburgring Nordschleife for the first race in the 1,000 miles championship. I'm glad to hear it, Delta. It does happen. Sometimes, you know, you have to have the commands in a certain order. It's hard to remember. But, you know, for me, it's become muscle memory by now, as you can imagine. And it will do for you as well. It's a great game. It is. And hello CRD as well. It's really heartwarming to see it, though. I really love the fact that, you know, there are people out there that are playing that game because they've seen me play it, you know, and that I got them into it. It really is heartwarming to hear that. I'm very appreciative of it. I just made a video on it on release day on a whim, and now here we are. Channel went from like 600 subscribers to, well, now we're nearly at 7,000 as of today. It might be 6.9k after this, I think. Hello. That is a big accident we're having. Oh well, we were due one, weren't we? Oh my days. Yeah. Yes, the Ginetta. Come on. Do it for Sabrina. We're doing it for Brody on his debut. A win in the 1,000 Miles Championship. Oh, aye. Dredge is always good with his timing, bless him. Ah, mush. Hey, listen. Brody's had his chance. He's had his debut. I'm excited to see what Brody can do for us in further rounds and further streams. I'm sure he'll become a hero and a much loved character of the channel. All I know is my throat's dry and I want more Pepsi, but there's... That's it for that one. I need Beppies. And to be fair, it's not that late at night either. Not even 10 o'clock. The last stream finished at about midnight and was about 5 hours long, but yeah, these are going to be one a stream, I think. I do have another one of these planned 2 weeks from today, if you want to join me. They might not always be on Wednesdays, though, because the CDM Formula 1... can't even say the name of it. The CDM Formula 1 World Championship will be starting on Wednesday nights, and then later on in the year we're going to have boring cars and another iRacing series on Wednesdays, so they won't always be Wednesdays. Sometimes maybe on like a Thursday night or a Tuesday night instead, maybe even a Saturday if I've got a weekend free, but yeah. Yeah, who's the stunt double for who, Maxwell? Because Brody, I mean, obviously we're on board with me, so we don't get to see... Oh, hello. You don't get to see the full external angles of all of this. But, yeah. The external angles of Brody's stint were very entertaining. We're catching up to somebody here. Is it the Carmen Gear? No, we overtook the Carmen Gear a few laps ago, didn't we? Get off that grass. Who are we catching up to? Is it the Honda? It might be the Honda S800. Here we go, it's the Honda. The S800. Revs higher than this thing. Look at it. A brilliant bit of kit. Having a bit of a quiet stint, are you, Delta? Whoa. Right to the death, this car is keeping me working hard. It's brilliant fun. I wonder what it's going to be like when we sort of detune it for the next event. Said event might take a lot longer as well. But you know what? That's part and parcel of it, isn't it? Whoa. Yeah, I barely use the time acceleration in... oh, hello, Tower Simulator 3, because I always tend to try and throw myself into really busy stints. And it scares me. Because I'm awful, as you've seen in my videos, I'm awful at managing approaches and landings. Oh my god! Well, as I said, these tyres would be lively on the final lap of the race. And they are. Jeez. Look at it go. Okay, on to the Dottinger one last time. I've got my legs crossed. I've got my left foot on the throttle. It's going to be a bit harder to lift it. Yeah, I can't do it as sensitively. Just use the right foot. Everybody say thank you, Brody. Thank you, Ginetta. This has been a slog, but this has been a fun one. At least the car is interesting to drive. It's kept me on my toes. Well, this may have been a pretty predetermined result for the last 3 hours and 20 odd minutes. But you know what? It needs to be done to complete the game. That is the 1,000 miles at the Nurburgring. The first round of the championship complete. Get in! Come on! No A-Spec points. Me and Brody did it. We did it. Oh my god, my arms. Go on, Brody. And all that for a 4-point advantage over the Alpha going into round 2. The Fiat at least got some points. Thank you very much, Lumixion. Let's have a save state there. We don't want to watch the replay, do we? Can you save replays and then go back? I think you can, can't you? You can save the replay and then go back afterwards. There's the money. Come on. 150k. Big prize pool. Oof. Big prize pool. So, save replay. Awesome news. Create new file. Oh, God. Oh, no. I didn't mean to do that. I've got a controller down here, and I could probably use that, to be honest. I'm surprised that the controller didn't cause any issues. I've got an Xbox One controller. Oh, you don't have to make that noise every time, do you? Ginetta. Oh, the caps lock's on. Oh, what about... We'll call it Brody Debut. Just because... Oh my god, it doesn't have to make the noise every time, does it? Call it Brody Debut. Because I want to save the replay and get some screenshots for socials. Because I only learned a few weeks ago... Oh! Bugger. About the photo mode and just how good it is. Brody Debut! There we go. Full lap. Yeah, okay. I've done it, Dredge. I did it. Brody's debut. Oh. That was great. That was really great. And I hope you've all enjoyed the show as well. We obviously go on to the next race in the championship. Save that state. So now what? So do I exit and then... So can I come back out? I don't know, because sure, because that is a different thing to that, I imagine that it means I can come back out. Yeah? Help. Because I don't want to press that button. I mean, I've saved the state, so I can just press F3 and load back into exactly where I am now. I can go out to the main menu. Okay. You'll start here when you reset. Okay, cool. Yeah. Sorry, you guys know the game better than I do, and I didn't want to press that by accident. Not by accident, you know what I mean. Do myself in. You are currently racing 1,000 miles. Okay, cool. Well, yeah. That's given us a hell of a lot of money to play with. Ah, okay, right, yeah. So it'll be like, right, are you sure? Because you're doing this championship, you know, you should carry on. Okay, that's going to be it from this one, everybody. I really hope that you get game audio when this comes on, but for some reason it doesn't seem to. Bear with me. You can't hear game audio right now, can you? That's really weird. I wonder. Thank you very much, Dredgingtonment. Very, very pleased. I need to sort this YouTube thing out down here. That's really strange. Okay, well, I'll maybe not use that webcam only thing anymore because I don't think there's any point. Still, what a night. What a night of racing that was. That was very, very good. It's hurt my head. My headset has been killing me, so I can't wait to take it off now. But I'm going to leave you with the song that I had to start the stream. And, yeah, I'm going to shut this up now. And, hopefully, see you again soon, everyone. I don't know what else to say. Thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate you all. See you very soon.